Principle 31. The Oyster Effect. People tend to gladly express an attitude of discontent when they feel they have a good cause to, and yet respond almost indifferently when something good happens, almost as if they take that for granted. Overall, people are not conscious of this tendency. They are reacting like an oyster, out of habit. Now, step up a notch from the oyster. Wake up and make use of the advantage of consciously expressing your relationship to life. I choose the colors for my personal reality with intention. Irrespective of the circumstances, I attune myself to a major key. I do this consciously rather than reacting in a primitive way to external irritants. By controlling the pattern of your thoughts, you control reality. If you don't, reality will control you. Interpretation. The tendency to negativity generates all kinds of icky features in the mirror. And then your personal world is painted in gloomy colors and filled with unpleasant events. When a person is depressed, the storm clouds gather all the faster in the mirror reflection. As soon as a person takes an aggressive stance, the world responds by bristling its fur. You may have noticed that when you argue with someone, sharply expressing your position, some other unpleasant event seems to appear out of left field. The more irritated you get, the more insistently trouble sinks its claws into you. The more everything around you starts getting under your skin. What matters is what you are thinking about, not how you are thinking about it. Whether you like the reflection or not, it is still the subject of your thoughts. Leave me alone, or I've so had enough of all this. The only thing that matters is the content of your thoughts. As a result, the reflection in the mirror is dominated with things that correspond to the content of the image, your thought form. When you take control of the emotions that keep you so attached to the reflection, you free yourself from the mirror. There is no point in trying to suppress your emotions. Your feelings are just a symptom of your relationship to what's going on. You have to change your attitude, how you perceive and respond to reality. When you have freed yourself from attachment to the mirror, then you will acquire the ability to create the reflection you want to see. Principle 32. The Master's Intention. Using your willpower, you declare any event or circumstance favorable and to your advantage. This affirmation is not merely based on hope in the goodwill of the world, which takes care of you because it loves you. It is not derived from trust or confidence, which circumstances can cause to crumble at any moment. Nor is it born of the arrogance of blind faith in your own success. It is not even based on optimism. It is the Master's intention. You are creating the individual layer of your world, and you are the master of your personal reality. You are a master of reality if you can move yourself at the same time as leaving the world free to move. Interpretation. The master is not so much an active figure as a witness. Rather than leading, you allow. That is what makes the master's intention different. When you look in the mirror, don't try to move the reflection. Move the image instead, your attitude and the focus of your thoughts. In other words, move yourself rather than trying to grab hold of the reflection. If you interpret intention as the determination to demand from the world whatever you think it owes you, you will be left with nothing. If you ask the world for what you want, you will still be left with nothing. All you have to do is place your order and allow the world to process it for you. You stop the world from working on your order because you demand, petition, fear, and doubt. Therefore, the world also demands, asks, fears, and doubts. It reflects your relationship to life impeccably. After all, it is only a mirror. You have to really feel this truth. Let the world go. Allow it to be a comfortable place for you to be right now. This fragile, fleeting feeling will pass quickly, so you have to hold on to it. Imagine for a moment an incredible thing. Your hostile, problematic, difficult, and uncomfortable world has suddenly been transformed into a joyous, comfortable life. You give it permission to be that way. It is up to you to decide. The secret to this power lies in releasing your grip. Principle 33, the pendulum rule. The pendulum rule reads, "Do as I do," which means change yourself and copy the stereotype. In the effort to live up to someone else's standard of success, people lose themselves and become deeply unhappy because keeping up with all the standards is simply impossible. So don't do it. Don't be afraid of breaking the pendulum's rule. Set your own standards. Those who violate the pendulum's rule become either leaders or renegades. Some break through to the stars, and others turn into outcasts. The difference between the two is that the former act as if they have the total right to break the pendulum's rule, and the latter doubt whether they have the right or not. Claim the right to break the rule. Interpretation. The pendulum's rule is what establishes norms of behavior and thinking, the standards of normality. People do not understand that they are being offered an ersatz, a surrogate of success. No one individual's success can serve as a model for others to replicate. Only people who dare to break the rules and find their own path in life achieve true success. When you follow other people's example, you are forever doomed to chase the setting sun. Standards of success are a mirage. People do not realize, or do not want to realize, that the pendulum is trapping them in a web of illusion. The illusion is often sweeter, more convenient, and clearer than the uncertainty of reality. Bear in mind that you cannot just mindlessly antagonize it. It is not a question of freeing ourselves from pendulums altogether. That would hardly be possible. The most important thing is to avoid being a puppet and act with conscious awareness so that you can use the structure in your own interests. Strive to set new rules for yourself without breaking the system's existing rules. Principle 34, the Transurfing rule. Discard the pendulum's rule, "Do as I do," and replace it with the Transurfing rule. Give yourself permission to be yourself, and allow others to do the same. Giving yourself permission to be yourself means accepting yourself, warts and all. Allowing others to be themselves means withdrawing the expectations you project onto them. This universal rule gives you the chance to find inner freedom and wave goodbye to all sorts of problems that may have plagued your life. Interpretation. You do not have to worry too much about how the Transurfing rule works. Just follow the rule. Whenever you are faced with a difficult situation, ask yourself, how can I act in this situation without breaking the Transurfing rule? This will allow you to solve a whole range of issues, find your inner strength, your personal credo. Get rid of the complexes of guilt and inferiority. Feel confident. Avoid all conflicts and disappointments. Unravel intricate knots of the interpersonal conflict, and, finally, find your own way in life. The Transurfing rule is the dignity of kings. Principle 35. Dropping importance. All unbalanced emotions and reactions like indignation, dissatisfaction, irritation, anxiety, worry, depression, confusion, despair, fear, pity, dependency, lust, oversensitivity, idealization, admiration, delight, disappointment, pride, conceit, contempt, repulsion, resentment, and so on, are all the result of overstating the importance of things. Pendulums hook you up on these strings and turn you into a puppet. Dropping importance does not mean battling with your feelings and trying to suppress them. It means addressing the cause, the underlying attitude. You have to reach the point where you can see that importance leads to nothing but trouble. Then deliberately reduce the importance you attribute to things. Interpretation. Problems as such do not actually exist. All that really exists is an artificially inflated evaluation of the importance of things. When a person becomes aware that their problems are illusory, they can intentionally reduce the importance of everything that continuously troubles them. Note, do not play down their meaning, just reduce their importance. Watch the game from a distance, soberly and impartially. By reducing importance, you will instantly return to a state of balance, and the pendulums won't be able to control you. In the empty space you free up, there will be nothing for them to hook. This does not mean that you have to have a heart of stone. Emotions are born of our attitude, and so it is our attitude which should be changed. Feelings and emotions are just an effect. Importance is the only cause. Let's say that in my family there has been a birth, a death, a wedding, or some other significant event. Would the event be important to me? No. Would I be indifferent? Likewise, no. Do you get the difference? I would not publicize the event into a problem or drive myself and others around me mad because of it. A strong deviation towards outer importance breeds fanatics, and deviation towards inner importance, idiots.